Hey, what's going on there, YouTube?
Hey, what's going on?
This is SEL0320.
Sunday Gaming here, joining the JVS channel.
Representing JVS. We're here to do a kind of a reaction to an awesome YouTuber. His name's Emergency Awesome. Charlie is the man. He's got a lot of insight, a lot of really big videos consistently. And one of the things, I guess he was either there or he had inside scoop on the Spider-Man Homecoming teaser that they kind of revealed there. So the rumor is there's going to be a trailer coming up. Most likely it's going to be a full trailer with Rogue One, but there might be a teaser trailer before then. It hasn't released yet, so this is kind of like just us reacting off of his speculation of what he saw. So we'll talk about it more, I guess, afterwards, but I guess we'll just listen, add commentary with whatever he's talking about. The other big thing is that Melvin wasn't with us at Comic-Con. I'm trying to talk him into coming next year. But one of the things that happened in Comic-Con is they showed us a trailer of Spider-Man, Thor Ragnarok, and Guardians of the Galaxy. And the Spider-Man one, it was kind of like this Breakfast Club meets, you know, high school teen, interesting film movie. And one of the things they confirmed was, I guess, the Vulture. But there's been other things that have kind of come up. So I'm curious to see what Charlie's going to say. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Because Spider-Man is one of your favorite characters, right?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
So what are your expectations of, I guess, this movie?
Now, honestly, for this movie, I have no expectations. I just want to wait for it to come out so I can watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much everything I have on it.
Oh, I guess what did you think about his performance in Civil War, or his small amount of performance in Civil War?
I mean, it was a pretty big performance. He was in the spotlight, and I think he did really well.
Yeah. His
acting was really well. He was funny. So I think definitely moving forward, he was a great pick for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And yeah, this movie, I can't wait to see how he acts in this movie.
Yeah, and then you're a New Yorker too, so like he's a British actor. How was his accent? Did he sound like somebody from Queens, personally, in your opinion?
Shit. I don't remember, but I know when I saw Civil War, the movie, it's not something that I said, oh, like he sounds like he's from New York. I don't remember thinking that.
Okay. I'm just curious. All right, you guys, we're about to chill and see what Charlie's talking about. Go to the description bar below to check out his video, and definitely go to the description bar below to check out his channel. And I'll also leave Cinna's Gaming's channel in the link bar below as well, so check him out also. And I don't know what the heck this commercial is, but here we go.
We have here a retro tech, huh? Thrift store? Salvation Army?
If not full-blown adopting him. I don't think they'll ever do that.
Wait, hold on. I don't know what we did. Something's wrong. Alright, we got back it up. Alright, here we go, guys. We totally like jumped the gun a little bit.
How did that happen?
I don't even know.
Oh my god, YouTubers, we finally got some more Spider-Man Homecoming. That just pretty much guarantees that they're going to be dropping the official trailer with Rogue One in a couple weeks.
The VCR.
What? What are you doing? Hey, I'm Peter.
So, this is Brazil Comic-Con. It was basically like a short clip from Spider-Man's perspective. He starts swinging around, then he's talking to Happy Hogan. Jon Favreau is back.
Badger.
Happy!
Badger.
He actually did a good job directing that.
Put him in the toilet. Come on.
If you guys remember him from the Iron Man movies, he's technically only Iron Man's driver, but he's kind of like the confidant. Which actually reminds me, I'm actually going to be doing an Iron Man Spider-Man giveaway. So all you have to do to enter that is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. It's for a Comixology gift certificate for about $30. Be sure to turn alerts on, because there's going to be a whole bunch of Spider-Man dropping really soon.
Yeah,
they were able to convince Jon Favreau to come out of hiding. He's been directing movies, so it's not like he's been doing nothing. But I know everybody's hoping that he's going to come back and direct Iron Man 4 eventually. You know, who knows if that'll end up happening. But hopefully the Marvel Illuminati and Robert Downey Jr. can convince him. But then they jump to a couple other clips, There's Tony Stark giving Spider-Man a giant suit upgrade in this big Stark Tech briefcase. Then you see him jump off a building with the classic webbing underneath his arms. So they're going for some super deep cuts with Marvel's version of Spider-Man. It's going to be so awesome. I know it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of Iron Man in the movie, just the way people have been talking about it. You probably heard about the way Marvel is treating the Hulk in all these films. Like they're giving him what is essentially his own movie, just spread out over a couple different movies because of the weird rights situation with Universal. Obviously, they don't have that problem with Iron Man. It's just that Robert Downey Jr. is waiting for the right story to come along, and he's so expensive that they want to make sure if they're going to do another Iron Man story, that it's just going to blow up Captain America Civil War style. And for the most part, Iron Man's kind of at a low moment right now, so it looks like he's throwing himself into mentoring young Peter Parker.
That makes sense.
As walnut date loaves go. Oh, what do we have here? Retro tech, huh? Thrift store? Salvation Army?
If not full-blown adopting him. I don't think they'll ever do that, but they'll flirt with that idea. Like, they'll make you feel like Tony Stark is emotionally adopting Spider-Man, just like Spider-Man will emotionally adopt Tony Stark. You can just imagine the headline, Aging Lonely Billionaire Adopted by Widow and Nephew. So you've seen a lot of Iron Man films. You can imagine what his scenes are going to be like in the film. Like that scene in Civil War was so telling. The way, it was kind of funny, meant to be a little offhanded, casual, but there was also a lot of heart in it too. Like, Iron Man's been through a lot of shit, so has Peter Parker as of now. Like, he starts to tell the Uncle Ben story when he first meets Tony, but they kind of stop it short. But also in that same way, they're kind of using Doctor Strange very sparingly in other people's films. The same thing's going to happen with Iron Man and the Hulk. It's just like the Hulk, I think, is going to be a much, much bigger part of Thor Ragnarok because there's been so little of him so far, and there's been so much of Iron Man. But you sort of talk about how Peter Parker resembles Tony Stark just a little bit. Like he's a future scientist. This shirt that he's wearing just gives you an idea for the tone of the humor too. The physics is theoretical, but the fun is real. So he's just like a branch off of the Tony Stark tree. I can't wait to see their scenes together. Just see them try to out-quip each other. Spider-Man is king of quipping, but Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man is king of quipping in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
True.
So then they jump between a couple of the other people in the movie, some of the villains, just like some of the big action set pieces. There was a Vulture action set piece that was in the Comic-Con trailer. They kind of put a little bit of that in there. Iron Man is going to have to help him out just because the Shocker is also in the movie. There was a little bit of Michelle, Ned Leeds, the other people at his school like Flash Thompson. And then a little bit from the funny bank heist save where he takes down people who are dressed up like the Avengers. It's like this really hilarious heist where like a bunch of thugs dress up like the core Avengers from that first Avengers film, and Spider-Man's like, I just got done hanging out with you guys. You are definitely not my friends. So he'll have like a couple small funny saves, then you have the really big Vulture stuff that's going on in the movie. But I just love the idea that Tony Stark is helping to make him whole Spider-Man again. Like, you've had a bunch of different versions of the character before. There have been a lot of stories about how Andrew Garfield felt like he failed the character, which is kind of a bummer. But I think, what Marvel and Sony are intending to do with this arrangement is just bring back a lot of depth and meaning to the character, like a deeper message. Andrew Garfield's criticism of his own version of Spider-Man was that it was kind of hollow, like it was perpetuating that type of Michael Bay filming with all show, no feeling behind it. So, Marvel is just trying to infuse a lot of the emotion that you felt like the first time you read a Spider-Man comic into this movie. So that's why I feel like we should all be freaking out about it. But yeah, there's going to be like a ton of really awesome action scenes in it too. And this is only the first movie in a trilogy. So if you didn't know, they did confirm that Spider-Man is getting a new trilogy that will follow him through high school. They haven't fully explained how the timeline's going to work. Only that Kevin Feige was likening it to the Harry Potter franchise, the way it followed him through school right up to the end. So he'll be graduating in that final film. But that doesn't mean that he's not going to be doing Avengers stuff in between. We have the Infinity War films, so there'll be all kinds of stuff happening. It's just that Spider-Man's age will keep him a teenager through these films. So you're not going to get like a 16-year-old Spider-Man in Spider-Man Homecoming, which is actually where it picks up. He's a sophomore in high school. Cut to the next movie where he's 26 with the 5 o'clock shadow. But not to stomp all over Tobey Maguire, because I actually really did enjoy those movies when I saw them. But they did joke about putting some dancing in the movie, just because Tom Holland is actually a really good performer, and he's actually very acrobatic. So given that the Homecoming dance, Spider-Man Homecoming, all these things bleed together, there might be like a little bit of dancing somewhere in the film. But if you have watched the other Spider-Man movies, even like the Tobey Maguire movies, you know the role that Norman Osborn occupies in Spider-Man's life because of Harry Osborn. He becomes this big villain. He's kind of like an evil version of Tony Stark. So what they've done in Spider-Man Homecoming is they've given that role to Michael Keaton's Vulture, but that doesn't mean that he is like Norman Osborn. He's just a big villain who constructs a flight suit. Like, that's how his wings work. They just decided that Marvel, it just kind of flows a lot from Stark Tech. It's all technology-based. There aren't a lot of metahumans or even mutants, because they can't use the word mutants because of the Fox films. So that doesn't mean that they're never going to do Green Goblin. It just means that they wanted to do different characters that they haven't done before in this first new Spider-Man film. In fun fact, if you want to know why they redid the origin story, like they essentially did the exact same story, when they rebooted Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, Kevin Feige actually clarified that that was a rights issue. That was part of the way that Sony was allowed to keep making Spider-Man films. They had to do an origin story. So that's kind of ridiculous, but that's just kind of the way that contracts work out with big Hollywood studios. So thankfully, now because of this Marvel arrangement, they don't have to redo the Uncle Ben origin story. You pick up with Peter being Spider-Man for a while. They'll probably address Uncle Ben, like he won't be completely absent from the film, but they're not just going to redo the origin story again.
Thank God.
So just a reminder that the Spider-Man trailer is supposed to be attached to Rogue One. That's what everybody seems to be saying. I haven't seen any official confirmation from Marvel, but they typically don't confirm stuff like that. Like, usually they don't comment. But that's going to be in 2 weeks, and I will be doing a bunch of Rogue One videos too. But James Gunn also revealed that they finished the new Guardians of the Galaxy trailer. He did not confirm when they're dropping that, but it might also drop with Star Wars Rogue One. So what's going to happen next is I'll post a new Rick and Morty video, then I'll post a video for next season's big Flash, Arrow, Legends, big crossover. So get hyped. It's going to be a really good weekend. There's a whole bunch of comic book stuff happening this weekend. While you guys wait for that to post, you can click here for all the big DC Week videos that I did for the big crossover, and you can click here to rewatch the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 trailer. So everybody, high five. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
I don't know why.
It got burned.
It did? Like it got burned. Alright, you guys, so that was Emergency Awesomes. Like I said, his teaser trailer breakdown. I don't know if he saw it, how he saw it, but that's some really interesting information. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was some good info. I mean, now we have some bit of idea of what's gonna happen, who's gonna be the enemies. Wait, are there gonna be more enemies, or is it just?
So they said he only confirmed Shocker and Vulture, which Vulture makes sense because Vulture was his first.
Yeah, that's his first enemy.
Very first. And then Norman Osborn, I guess, is up in the air.
Because what about Kraven? Wasn't Kraven supposed to be his
second, right? Was it second or first?
In the comics he comes way later, but I thought Kraven was supposed to be his first enemy. I mean, I thought they were gonna start off with Kraven in Homecoming.
I think they talked about Kraven and Hunter, but they've put that to the back burner when they got Michael Keaton to confirm as Vulture.
I kind of like that though. I think because the Vulture is kind of crazy.
Shoot. I mean, he was Birdman. He's already a crazy dude that was a man bird. I mean, so it's gonna be dope. It's just I don't know how they're gonna play this out with him being in high school. I was talking to Melvin that once they get through the 3 movies with him in high school, what they could easily do when he goes to college or moving forward, they can put him in the place that he is now. Like, he's been established, and you know what I'm saying, and him being a adult Peter Parker would actually be more compelling if they allow this kid to have like a 6-movie deal or something like that. Like, they could, because they're doing that with Robert Downey Jr. Like, Robert Downey Jr. now has done how many?
He's done 3 Iron Mans
and 2 Avengers
and Civil War.
6 movies.
Yeah, 6 movies.
So they could easily do that with, you know what I'm saying, Tom Holland. And I mean, to be fair, Spider-Man merges with all the different characters. So eventually, if they bring any of the Netflix guys in there,
oh man,
like
so dope.
imagine seeing, you know what I'm saying, like
Daredevil.
Charlie Cox and Tom Holland, Daredevil and Spider-Man in the same. Oh God! I mean, they're in the same area. So I mean, eventually they're gonna bring characters like Blade. Eventually they're gonna bring characters like Ghost Rider. Like, so I think it's smart that they would do this and kind of draw it out, because they're gonna have to have something left over. And Spider-Man, I guess, will be that character, as well as Captain Marvel, because Captain Marvel has been confirmed as well.
Oh, nice.
So Brie Larson, when I was at San Diego, they confirmed that she is gonna be Captain Marvel. So that's a whole nother character and a whole nother legacy. So I think they're trying to make, you know, the next generation of Avengers. But I don't know, who's your picks that they could bring on, I guess, for the next version of Avengers? Because there's a lot of them now. They've already gotten Vision in there now. They got Spider-Man. But who else would you want? Or I guess your dream Avengers.
Actually, the next Avengers that comes out is pretty dope, which is it has some X-Men characters, which I would love for Marvel to get those rights, because we need to have X-Men in here. But
They do.
The Avengers that has who is it? It's Spider-Man, Wolverine. What was it in there?
Man, what if they could just get Wolverine by himself?
Yeah.
Without anybody else, like cast Tom Hardy. Cast Tom Hardy as Wolverine. Find a way of negotiating that contract, because they did that with the Hulk with Universal. So why can't they just add one character?
And we need to get Fantastic Four also, because that's also a big part of Spider-Man.
Did they lose the rights? Do you know?
I don't think they did.
Because if they did, that's gonna be the next step.
Yeah, we need to get them back.
Because
that's why
the Silver Surfer.
That's why we don't have any freaking Fantastic Four comic books.
Doctor Doom, especially with Doctor Doom now, isn't he the new Iron Man? Him and what's her name? Riri.
Yeah.
Ray, yeah. But I don't know, man. I'm excited for all this news. Hope y'all enjoyed our kind of reaction and commentary to Charlie's video, but it's all speculation. We don't know if they're gonna be a trailer Rogue One or not. We don't know if there's gonna be a teaser trailer in between that time. I just know I'm excited for Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, same here.
So, anyway, you guys, we gotta go. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace.